Hello again, lads. Welcome to another episode. On this episode, I'm kind of bringing you in a bit late here on this job, but maybe better late than never. Okay, I'll tell you, this is a 2020 Ford Transit Connect, 1.5 diesel. And what this car came into us on the back of a truck. So the driver was driving, car broke down on him, and it was a no start ever since then. So you turn the key in this car and it just felt like the starter was just turning itself, not turning the engine or anything. But I could see down there, I could see down below that it was turning the bottom end. And then I opened the cap there and you can just see kind of a lobe of a camshaft in there. I could see clearly that camshaft wasn't turning. So the bottom end was turning, but the top end was not. Pulled off the top cover of the timing belt, turned it again, could see that this camshaft was definitely not spinning. And that's what I found in there. The timing belt had shredded the teeth off it like that. So that's why this thing broke down, and that's why this thing was a no start. Now, I did cut the timing chain, with a knife just so I could get in and turn the camshaft and see if this was spinning away, like everything inside in here broke or smashed up or what, or was I going to just, I have a new time belt there, was I just going to put it on and hope, fingers crossed, that no damage was done. But in turning that with a spanner, I can feel that I am opening and closing valves, it feels like, but it feels like there's something else wrong inside here. So this is the point, you're up to speed there now. This is where I'm at. I'm going in here to see what kind of damage has been done, or if there's a cause to this. I don't know why that belt auto, that there's 340 kilometers on the van, and this belt here has done, I think, about 150. It has been done. It's done about 150 kilometers. My order data says they should be good for 240 kilometers. So I'm going in here to see what damage has been done, and even if I can find a reason why this has happened to the timing belt. So I don't know. So yeah, bits and pieces stripped off. So I think it's a cam box I'm going to be taking off, and we'll see what is going to be the result of that getting in there. Okay, lads, I have the cam box off of this Ford, and we have one rocker in bits here, broken. I did remove, the rest of them did survive. There they are. With that one broke in half. I also see little bits of plastic down here. That, I believe, is off timing chain guide on the cam box. And I also believe that my camshaft spun, or the lobes spun on this thing. So I think chain failed first, or guides or tensioner on the chain failed first, and that's what's caused my timing belt to run teeth. But we did send air down, so all these valves now should be closed, but they're not. When I was sending air down, there was air escaping out the intake here, and we just sent in a camera down into cylinder 1. Can you see there? Valve not seating, valve not seating. They got a tip and they're damaged. So I have to go further. We didn't just escape with the rockers and stuff and a cam box. We're going to need to replace valves. So I'm going to have to dig deeper and take the head completely off this. And I'd say we're going to need all these valves, intake and exhaust. Okay, it's bad news. Back again on the Ford Transit Connect, and what I have chosen to do, I know we have to take the head off of this thing, but what I've chosen to do is drop out the engine and remove the head while it's there on the table. Just think it will be easier and nicer to work on, and the job will be completed better. So that's where I am. You see the engine is dropped down on that table there, lifting table there now, and we are going to Next stage now is remove the cylinder head, and I'll show you them bent valves that we're chasing after, and then at least then we can send it off, get the head skimmed or whatever we have to do, and complete the job here. Just more room, nicer to work on. So that's where I'm at there now, lads, on the Transit Connect. Right, lads, there is my cylinder head removed, and I have all 16 valves changed. There they are, sitting seated, closed like they should. Here are the ones that were in it, and every single one of them valves got a tip. So 16 valves changed. New head gasket sitting on the block. So I'm going to put the head on now, torque that down, and then it's cam box time then after that. Alrighty folks, my head is back on the engine and torqued down. New head gasket in there, and now the cam boxes. So our camshafts the lobes have spun on both camshafts, and the little tensioner in here has broken off of our camshaft. So there's a new timing chain and that plastic tensioner which is missing out of this one. And I think that's what's failed here and caused our timing belt to fail. So I have, this is not new now, it's a new chain and tensioner, alright, but it's a used cam box and cam shafts. So I have that copper link lines up with a little arrow there, copper link lines up with a little arrow there. Them cams sit into that box, and then this part of it sits down. Ooh, let me see, sits down over like that. Bit of a silly setup, because then, only then, can you screw your tensioner down. But I won't put that on yet until I get a little sliver of Stick-A-Flex all along there. So yes, we are slowly but surely getting there. Alright lads, my cam box is now bolted together. Tension on the chain now, I just put a little pin on it. And I know I've said this already, but just to show you, if that pin is there on my new cam box and that pin is there on my old cam box, you can just kind of see how much these lobes have. See, 1, 2 lobes kind of pointing up that way, sorry. And this one, they're all over the shop. So I believe every single cam lobe on both camshafts moves or spun on the old one. But anyway, look, we're back together. I think that one might be the only one there that's just about. So I have a new timing belt kit fitted to this engine. New water pump, new tensioner, new idler pulley, new belt. Now you might want to know about timing on this engine. I'm just using little drill bits there, so pin in there for the pump, and a pin in here, the little roundy hole in there, different to the other ones in the crank pulley. They're all timed up, and then with an Allen key adjust your tensioner till you get it in that position and lock up that 13 then. And that's it, now we are timed up. I'll spin this engine a few times just to make sure it feels okay and seems and it turns freely, and that's it. I can start then putting on my covers and tidying up this side. Okay guys. Okay lads, we are spinning nice and freely and seems nice and I've gone 2 rotations of the crank, and we are back lining up our marks. So I'm happy to close up this end of things. We can see in there that's lined up. Happy with that mark. And down below, yes, we are lined up. Okay, coolios. Alright lads, I have my engine back up. It's just hanging on that engine mount and that engine mount, and yeah, getting there. So just keep going and put as much as I can back on. Alright folks, I am all back together. Just filling it up with coolant there now, and I have everything I believe back on. Just that negative lead on the battery there is the last thing, but I have subframe back up, ball joints, steering rack, anti-roll bar links, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think the next step is now to hook up that battery, start cranking this car over, this engine over, and see what happens. Not expecting it to start off the first tip, but yeah, we'll turn it over now and we'll get cracking. Hopefully this engine will be running in the next few minutes, next 5 or 10 minutes. Success, folks. Transit Connect is up and running. Sounds good. Took a bit of turning over, but she did fire up. What's that say there? Rear left door open, and oil change required. We'll do that. We'll do an oil filter on it, but I'll leave it ticking over there for a while. Still have some wheels and covers and plastics and wipers and everything put on, but yeah, look, it's running good, great actually. Okay lads, I'm sitting in the Ford Transit Connect. It's running nice for me. Back from a test drive, and it was smooth as silk. I changed the oil and oil filter, reset the service light. There's the mileage, 341, 700 kilometers, 341,000. And yes, it seems very nice. Have all my covers on top and bottom. I think this thing is ready to go, guys. Yeah, so there's the box of stuff. We changed the cam box, we changed the 2 camshafts, chain. This chain and tensioner, I believe, originally failed, which caused the timing belt to run teeth. We changed all rockers, we changed all valves, exhaust and cam. There they are. We changed head bolts, got a new head gasket. There's a bit of the tensioner off the chain between the 2 cams, and yeah, I'm happy. I believe that's a wrap for the Transit Connect. I think it was the right call to drop the engine and do this job on the ground. More room, able to see stuff nicer. I know it's a bit more work than dropping the engine, but I'm glad I did that now. Could have tackled it with engine in situ, but very tight in around at the back area here. But anyway, look, I'm out of this. This is a quick run through of probably 3 days work or more maybe, but yeah, at least it's up and running again now. So look, Hope this helps someone, and thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon in the next one, hopefully. Thanks again, guys. Bye.